Welcome back to the channel, folks, for another episode in the 5-minute family series aimed at the beginner or newcomer to botany, where we look at the features and characteristics of each family. Today's family is the Brassicaceae, formerly known as the family Cruciferae, and is commonly known as the cabbage or mustard family. The term mustard, of course, comes from the spicy condiment prepared from the seeds of the plant, more familiar to us in jars and bottles. So it follows knowing your plant families is the first step in systematic identification, where plants can be differentiated down to a binomial, given in the Latin form of genus and species, i.e. two parts. There are, of course, times when the features and characteristics of plants are so similar we need to drill down using dichotic keys, which we find in expert volumes such as Clive Stace, The Flora of the British Isles. And we'll be dealing with dichotic keys in more advanced episodes. There are approximately 4,000 species of Brassica worldwide, predominantly in the Northern Hemisphere. In today's video, we will be looking at the very general features and characteristics which we can commit to memory and apply in the field to determine the plant family. The following slides depict the range of the Brassicaceae seen in the wild, in a horticultural setting, and most importantly, in terms of agricultural importance. Those plants include cabbage, kale, Brussels sprouts, radish, turnip and watercress. Let us now look at the inflorescence and vegetative growth characteristics of the family. The flowers of the Brassicaceae are actinomorphic, meaning they have one or more radial planes of symmetry. The following slide shows a number of actinomorphic flowers in a broad range of families. Actinomorphic flowers are distinct from zygomorphic flowers, which are bilaterally symmetrical in one plane. This slide depicts zygomorphic flowers in the family Lamiaceae, but zygomorphic flowers can be found in other families and is usually indicative of a specific pollinator relationship. The inflorescences frequently take the form of clusters with individual flowers on pedicels. The forepetals are cross-shaped or cruciferate and are squarish or angular to the eye. The flowers of this family tend to flower from the bottom up, as illustrated in this specimen of shepherd's purse, where we can see the fruits or silicles and the flowers on one stem. The flower consists of one pistil, i.e. ovary, stigma and style, 6 stamens, 4 long and 2 short, 4 petals and 4 sepals. The following flower dissections illustrate the 6 stamens, 4 long and 2 short, located and whorled at 2 levels within the flower. This arrangement usually means only 4 stamens are first noticed until you look further into the flower. The petals are clawed, tapered to give a stalk-like appearance. Turning our attention to the leaves, which can be simple, entire, deeply divided or lobed, but they are rarely compound. The leaves alternate at the stem and they form basal rosettes. They may sometimes clasp the stem. Let us look at the fruits of the Brassicaceae, which has a tendency to project outward from the stem. These dry dehiscent fruits have 2 valves which leave a transparent partition and are known as siliques or silicles, depending on their relative proportion of length and width. The silique contains 2 fused carpels, and the persistent membrane that is left is known as a rhiplum. The first slide illustrates the silique of a typical cardamine. The second slide illustrates the silicle of a common plant known as shepherd's purse. so called because the silicle resembles the purse carried by a medieval shepherd. So, to summarise, if your plant has 4 equal petals forming a cross, which is squarish or angular to the eye in shape, i.e. cruciform. If the inflorescence has 4 sepals in addition to 6 stamens, 4 long, 2 short, or if the leaves alternate up the stem or form a basal rosette, if the fruits project outward or along the stem and split to yield a transparent membrane and are in the form of a silique or silicle, then your plant is likely to be in the family Brassicaceae. If you have found this video interesting or educational, please like, share and subscribe to help us bring you another video in the 5-minute plant family series. Thank you for watching.